Welcome back. It's still this one live on Metro TV, and this one we are talking about the retirement planning fair. If retirement is looming in your future very, very soon, you may wonder how that phase of your life will pan out. I mean, you should stay tuned for this conversation. So I have here this morning Hilda Owusu, who is the Assistant General Manager, Advisory and Marketing at Enterprise Trustee, and I also have Maclean Aggrey, Fynn, who is also the Assistant General Manager, Operations, to tell us more about the retirement planning fair. Good morning, lady and gentlemen.
Good morning.
Good morning.
It's good to have you here. But when I hear retirement, it's a long way for me. But
Sounds
then,
very far away.
Yes,
yeah.
But it's good we have the conversation. But before we start talking about the fair, let me take your input on this. I know since 1992, the retirement age is 60. I want to find out, is that conducive? Should it be raised or should it be retained there?
Thank you. The issue about the retirement age, whether being reduced or being increased, is quite a very broad conversation because it entails a lot. We're in a country where there's a high unemployment. Exactly. So extending retirement age above 60 would mean that you are denying young graduates opportunities to also enter the work market.
True.
So it comes with a lot of issues.
Yeah.
Extending the retirement age or dropping the retirement age also would mean that, for example, the mandatory Tier 1 pension scheme would mean that it also would deny SNITs the less resources because then people will be falling off much earlier. So it's quite
a broader
a very broad
but then I
conversation.
appreciate your take on that.
Yeah.
But Hilda, let's talk about Enterprise Trustee. I see you 10th anniversary this year.
Yes, this year.
Okay, tell us more about that, like Enterprise and everything about Enterprise Trustee.
Okay, so Enterprise Trustees is a pension subsidiary of Enterprise Group PLC. We manage pensions. We manage pensions, we manage Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3, and personal pensions, products. The new Pensions Act, when it came into being, gave Ghanaians the opportunity to go beyond the mandatory contributions into a space where we call voluntary contributions.
Okay.
The voluntary contributions come in twofold, where employers can decide to do what we call provident fund schemes for their employees. And members can also take ownership of their planning to take up personal pensions products. And members who work in organizations can actually have conversations with their organizations to open PF accounts for them. So in that space, Enterprise Trustees comes to bring services to Ghanaians to make bring pensions closer to the Ghanaian people, and to ensure that we take full advantage of the benefits of the pensions channels that the new law brings to us. Yeah.
That's fine. So if someone is planning to go on retirement, what are some of the things the person has to consider, has to make sure everything falls place for him or her?
Okay, so typically as an individual, you need to be intentional about your financial planning. You will find that a lot of us think of pensions as very, very far away, or some honey pie in the sky that we can be relaxed about and think about later on. But every day as we wake up and we sleep, we are getting closer to retirement. As we celebrate our birthdays, have children, paying school fees, and taking care of today's needs, we also need to think about what we want to do for our future self when we are not working again. Yeah. So you would need to be quite intentional about your retirement planning. So at every stage of your life, there's something you need to be doing about retirement planning. You notice that when we start working afresh, we have the advantage of time. Yeah. And so you start saving a little at a time. That's a time when your salary is not a lot. So you start little droplets of water, and you realize that you have the advantage of time and the benefit of compounded interest. As you get into your middle age and you have more responsibilities, even at that time, you need to find a balance between all of your responsibilities and still saving. By the time you are turning 50, all your responsibilities are beginning to ebb away. That is the time you begin to think about my loans. How do I make sure that I pay off my loans and my mortgage loans? Even when you are planning to have children, you need to plan to have children in such a way that by the time you are 50, 55, you stop paying school fees. And yes. And you are now ready to say that, okay, let me look at the health of my savings. Am I,
the health
exactly. Because that is looking at your financial health and making sure that you are properly prepared. So you realize that it's never too early to start.
Okay.
I mean, we have the conversation around, we say that when to start is now.
Yeah.
And you need to, at this particular time, begin to look at how does my financial portfolio look?
Yeah, yeah.
In 50 years, by the time I'm turning 60, how would it look? Will it give me the opportunity of the quality of life I want to lead? If it doesn't, then this is a time to say, okay, I need to save a little bit more.
To set up.
And that is where enterprise trustees come in and helps you, advises you, and shows you, okay, at this point in time, based on your savings, your tier 1 and your tier 2, and if you have a provident fund, this is where you are by the time you turn 60.
Okay.
This is what you need to do extra to make sure that by the time you turn 60, you have enough finances to live a comfortable life.
To live a comfortable life. Maclean, let me ask you, how much or between what range should a person have before retirement?
Good. The retirement, I like how you put it. How much should the person have? You know,
not even the specific, but range.
Yes. let me address something before I come to your question. A lot of Ghanaians define retirement by age. Mandatorily 60. 60. But we should be defining retirement by income. And that's why I said I like the statement you made. Because we should be determining at what income I'm going to retire. Yeah. And I recall George Foreman, a British boxer, when he was once asked by a BBC broadcast journalist, when is he going to retire from boxing, because he boxed quite late. And his response to the journalist was that it is not at what age I retire, at what income I retire. And that's the same question we should be posing to ourselves. Yeah. At what income am I retiring? You don't have to say, the law says 60, so I'll go at 60. Nothing stops you from retiring at 57. Really? Once you've prepared yourself.
If you have the income, you are comfortable, you are not paying school fees.
Yes, so it's about the planning. So it's to determine the income will determine your lifestyle, your expectations, life after work. That will determine, are you retiring to your village? Are you staying in Accra? So, and your social life, like Hilda mentioned, do you have kids that you'll still be paying school fees when you retire? So, to put an income will be based on your social life, your particular circumstances. And that's where we come in, advisory, engage you, profile you, and based on that, we can then begin to help you plan towards retirement. Wow.
That's a lot. Okay, so let's talk about the retirement planning fair that is being organized by Enterprise Trustee. Is this the first time?
It's the first retirement planning fair in Ghana. Okay. Nobody has ever had a fair like that in Ghana. But as Enterprise Trustees, as part of our function as corporate trustees, we are supposed to bring awareness to Ghanaians around the conversation of retirement, especially people who are part of our portfolio of members. And as part of that drive, we do a lot of staff engagements, webinars, and we do short videos, we do a lot of infographics to share with people to make sure that the conversation is brought to the forefront of their mind. But this time we want to make it more relatable, more real, and to ensure that people can relate with us face to face and we can have the real conversations around retirement. Okay. Yeah.
I see it's a fully packed activity day. Yeah. So can you take us through it, Maclean?
It's open to the public. Okay. It's open to the public. Everybody can pass through. We encourage everybody to pass through, every worker to pass through. There are a lot of activities, like Hilda did indicate, when we talk of retirement planning, it's not just about the financials. Okay. It's about your social well-being, your mental well-being. So we have a lot of activities lined up for the day. There's going to be a dietitian to look at your health. There's going to be free health screening as well on the day.
Pension-packed.
There's going to be, yes, we have partners who we are working with the pension-backed mortgage arrangements. They will be there. There will be other financial institutions, real estate developers. Because as you retire, you're about to retire, you begin to think of, where am I going to retire to? Yeah. Yes, where am I going to live? So there are going to be real estate developers who are also there to help guide you in that process. So it's a whole bouquet, a package that we're putting together, bringing all stakeholders that are relevant to your plan towards retirement to your doorstep.
Yeah, okay. I see the Kids Corner, Fitness Expert, Real Estate Agency. Like, it's a fully
Yes.
It's 360.
We're saying that don't leave the kids out. We
Oh.
want the parents to be very comfortable. So there's a kids corner. You can come, leave them there. We'll take care of them whilst you go around and interact and get all your answers and leave very rest assured and well informed that you know what to do to plan for retirement.
So when is this happening?
It's happening on the 4th of August. 4th of August is a holiday. It's on Thursday.
Tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow.
Oh.
And so our gates are open to everybody. We are having it at Advantage Place Forecourts
Okay.
at Ridge West. So all are welcome to come and have a conversation around retirement and become more aware of what to do to plan towards your retirement.
Any numbers, email?
Before that, let me just add, it starts at 9 a.m.
Okay.
all day. So our gates are open from 9 a.m. We'll be expecting all Ghanaian workers to be there. Advantage Place is next to former EcoBank head office or very close to the Ridge Hospital. So once you are in that neighborhood, I'm sure you hear the music blasting around and you can easily locate the exact building.
Okay.
It's happening at Advantage
try and
Place.
come. Yeah, but for any information, number, social media, email that anyone can contact for more information.
For any inquiry, you can call 0302 634 777 for any further information that you want. Yes.
Our social media handles, you can find us on Instagram at Enterprise Trustees as well as on Facebook. You can find our group handles on Twitter as well as on LinkedIn. So on those platforms, you can get a lot of information and contact us if you need any additional information. However, if you are interested in buying a personal pensions product, you can easily dial *714 *333# and ask to speak to an advisor, and somebody will come and have a conversation with you around how to save towards retirement.
Okay, I know we've had all the discussion, but finally, any message before I go, you can look into your camera to tell people how this retirement planning fair is for them to come in their numbers tomorrow.
We want to reiterate that the time to plan for retirement is now. It is now. Tomorrow never comes. Yesterday is gone. That leaves us with only today.
Today.
We have today to start planning for retirement.
Now.
And we entreat all Ghanaian workers to take advantage of this. Let the information that we've gathered this morning not just lead to knowledge, but lead to action. Thank you.
My headmaster used to say what you said. Tomorrow is going to, yeah. Thank you very much, Hilda Owusu and Maclean, Aggrey, Fynn.
Thank you.
They are both from Enterprise Trustees.